Not going to college and following my dad's footsteps was the best decision of my life. Welcome everybody to Alvaro Explains It All, and because this is the first episode, I wanted to make something different. I want you guys to know me better. I want to tell my life story, my 2-year life story of how I became an entrepreneur. I want to let you guys know about my story because I want to connect with you guys. I talk way too much. If I keep talking this way, this video is going to be like 15 minutes. My last year of high school, it was kind of tough because everybody knew what they were going to be, what they were going to do. Everybody had a direction. Some of my friends were going to go to law school. Some of my friends wanted to be doctors. Some of them wanted to be programmers, go to design. So everybody had a sense of direction except for me. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Honestly, I didn't even want to go to college because I always felt like for me college was kind of a waste of time. I began to develop sort of a very bad relationship with my dad. Always in dinner having to fight about what I'm going to do with my future because I had no sense of direction. My dad wanted to help me, but I just didn't have any passion for anything at all. The relationship we have right now is completely different than the relationship we had like 3 years ago. So I wasn't a good student. I wasn't developing any kinds of skills as of design, programming. I was basically a piece of shit. Yes, in high school, I was a very piece of shit. This is where I started to develop my entrepreneurship skills. Yeah, that's right. This is my high school, Lake Nona High School. This is where I graduated. Really, the only class that I liked was my digital design class, which was right before lunch. And I used to learn how to use Photoshop. I used to learn to edit images, to create templates, design. The only thing that I really liked about school. Anyway, so yeah, this is my school. This is where I studied. But still, it wasn't what I was passionate about. It was something that I liked, and I didn't want to follow that direction. You know, like every high school student, you need some money. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start making some money. I'm not gonna find a job, I'm gonna find a way to make easy money. So I went to eBay, I purchased some headphones for 60 cents, and then I would go to school and sell them for $5. And then a couple of days later, I started to see that I was making a pretty good amount of money. At one point, I was making 20 bucks a week. And because of that, I started to develop sort of a entrepreneur mindset, buying something, creating some value, and then selling it to make money. And at one point, we were almost done with school. I was halfway done through the year. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna see what this entrepreneur life is. I'm gonna join my dad's company as support, learn everything about support, learn everything about the tool, and see if this is the direction I want to follow. It was funny because it wasn't this office that you see today. It was a very, very small office down in Lake Nona with 5 people working. In fact, I had to work in the lobby because they didn't have enough space for me. So yeah, this was the place that I started working on when I joined Builderall. We had 2 rooms. This was one of them, and this was the other room. Now, obviously they're locked because we don't own the rooms anymore. I think that from here you can see the space of the room. It only fits 2 people. So I used to come over here and work here in the lobby in this little space right here. Sometimes I would work sitting down. This was basically my office a couple of years ago. And I remember today, I was making like 20 bucks a week selling stuff in school. And then I got a job. I started making $500 a month working part-time. For me, that was incredible. That motivated me to learn more about the tool and to grow in the company. And then finally, I graduated and I decided, you know what, I kind of like this stuff. I like digital marketing. I like creating websites. I like creating apps. So I think I'm gonna follow this direction and not gonna go to college. But still, at that time, I wasn't exactly sure if I was doing the right decision, but I did it. I did it anyways. And then a couple of months later, I noticed that the Builderall community had a huge demand for uploading apps on Google Play and App Store, because obviously we have an app creator tool. People can create apps for Android and for iPhone, but you need to know, you need to learn how to upload that app into the App Store. And I noticed that a lot of people were asking, so I decided to create my first small business. It was a app for today website. I used to upload apps for clients. In the end, I uploaded more than 100 apps. I was making a pretty good amount of money with support, and then with my business on the side, I was basically the only one at the time uploading apps into App Store and Google Play because I was the first one to learn. I was the first one to notice the demand for apps, and I started getting a lot of clients. And then after a while, I got promoted to video making, video tutorials here in Builderall. The reason is because Dietrich was our employee. He quit. That was right before our launch. We needed to find somebody to do tutorials, but we needed to find somebody that spoke Portuguese and somebody that spoke English and knew about the tool to make all the tutorials before the launch. Who was the guy? Yeah, that was me. I started working full-time for Builderall making tutorials, and that's when I started to develop a very good communication skills, very good speaking skills, because at the time we didn't edit the tutorials. We had to do one whole tutorial without editing, and I used to redo a tutorial like 50 or 40 times, and they were so bad, they sucked at first, but then I got really good at it, and that's when I saw that I had some sort of really good communication skills. And for me, making tutorials was cool because I was developing a new skill, but at the same time, it was so boring because I was the only one making tutorials, so I had to stay in a separate room the whole day. I couldn't talk to anybody. I didn't see anybody for the whole day, so for me it started to get boring. In my free time, I would just watch videos on design because that's something that I always liked. So a couple of months later, Builderall decided to do a contest for the best website, and they were giving away $200 for the first place. You know what? I need more money. I'm gonna enter this contest. I'm gonna make the best freaking website, and I'm gonna win my 200 bucks. I decided I would make the best website. I spent like a whole week making the most beautiful website I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I did not win. Not because my website wasn't good, but because my dad was like, hey buddy, your website is amazing, but look, if you win this contest, it's gonna make us look bad because people are gonna think that we're cheating because you're the owner's son. Yeah, you can't be part of the contest.
And that's what you call getting destroyed.
Yeah, I was sort of disappointed, but I'm like, crap, really? In the end of the day, some guy, I don't remember his name, he won, but I knew my website was better. That's why I was kind of mad. I'm like, crap, he won. I should have won those 200 bucks. I did not enter the contest, but my dad, the day he saw my website, he was so surprised because the website was so good, he made it live. And at that day, I started to gain authority as a web developer, I guess. People liked my website, and I started getting requests for me to do a makeover on their websites. So what did I do? I'm like, you know what? There's a huge demand for website makeover. So I created Website for Today. It was the brand name, nobody used it, and that's what I did. After a while, I started getting clients to pay me 200, 300 bucks a website so I could just do a makeover. They were really, really good. The before and after pictures were amazing. I started to get serious, started paying a designer to do the websites for me. So at that point, I would get the client, I would send it over to the designer, he would make the website, and I would still get a little bit of a profit. At the same time that I was doing that, I got promoted into the marketing department. So I knew everything about the tool, and I was also learning everything about digital marketing. The time that I was working for support, and at the time that I was making tutorials, I was meeting a lot of people, a lot of affiliates that were making a lot of money, like $50,000, $100,000 with Builderall, just promoting Builderall. And I'm like, hey, listen, I know everything about the tool. I know that I'm capable of doing this. I want to learn what these guys are learning or what these guys know so I can start making money online like they're making right now. So I joined the marketing department, and I started learning everything about making funnels, everything about making videos, marketing in general, some strategies. And then a couple of months later, I had an awesome idea, and I decided to create a business, which you guys probably know, it's Young Entrepreneurs. The way that I was able to create this business was making money off of the website agency that I had, the website makeover agency, and then getting my profits and investing in Young Entrepreneurs. In a couple of months, we had 2 designers working for us, we had a video editor working for us, and a social media guy working for us, plus some people from Fiverr. We would pay them to do a couple of gigs like translations, like images, voiceovers. It was a project that took us 8 months. It took time, it took money, money, it took a lot of effort and a lot of dedication. For a couple of months, I was one of the first people to get to the office and the last one to leave. Sometimes I would work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. straight here in the office, but in the end of the day, it was worth it because we had the most complex funnel in Builderall. And honestly, it had the best design, it had the best videos, it was an awesome strategy, and it was a great idea. The idea was to get young people involved in Builderall. I made free courses teaching them everything that I knew about. I basically combined everything into one members area. Learn digital marketing, learn funnel strategies, learn how to create apps, learn how to build websites, learn design. The day of the webinar, we decided to do a huge launch. When we were done, we sold 0 licenses. Yeah, it was a completely failure. It was so bad. Until today, I cannot believe that we didn't sell 1 license. And I was really kind of mad at that time. I'm like, dude, I put in so much money, so much work. I cannot believe that we failed. But I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give this one more try. And that's when I got into Instagram marketing. I figured, listen, if we are doing a funnel for young people and we're advertising it on Facebook using email sequences, doing what every marketer does, that's why we're failing. So I started learning about Instagram marketing and I built basically a completely different funnel using Instagram. And after we did that, we changed the strategies on the funnel for our audience. That's when the funnel really worked. In fact, we sold over 120 Builderall business licenses in less than 1 month. It was one of the best converting funnels that Builderall had at the time. And because of that, started to gain a lot of authority in the Builderall community and in the young entrepreneurs community. I started to do live trainings, I started to do webinars, I was helping with the certification, and at the same time, I was still learning a lot from the marketing department. And that's when I got invited to speak at my first ever Everest Builderall in Brazil in front of over 400 people. It was so freaking emotional when they called up my name, and I remember I was super nervous, but the moment that I stood up there, it all went away. It was my time. I was good at what I did. I felt super confident. Because of my speaking skills, I did really good. And in fact, that was the first time in my life that I ever saw my dad cry.
Quem é pai aqui consegue entender mais ou menos, né? O que eu tô sentindo.
And because that happened in the stage, everybody got so emotional. Dude, I'm goosebumps right now. I still remember the feeling going up in the stage, I'm nervous, everything going away, and just focusing 100% in my presentation. Looking at all those people, paying attention, writing down what you say. That was the moment that I knew I was in the right direction, what I wanted to do the rest of my life. And I started getting invited to every single Everest Builderall. My authority at that point basically increased a lot. I was traveling around the world. I was doing a bunch of events. I was helping a lot of people in Builderall. I was doing what I liked. I was recording videos. I was speaking to people, going to events, traveling around the world, meeting new people, meeting new coaches, eating a lot of good food. I was doing what I was really passionate about. That's when I discovered what I was passionate about. I'm passionate about what I do today, and that's why I feel like I'm so good at what I do, because it's what I like. At that moment, I was super happy, and I'm like, I'm not going to college. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing today because this is what I love doing. When I started developing a really good relationship with my dad, he knew I was in the right direction. He was happy with what I was doing. I was happy with what I was doing, and I did not stop there. I'm here making this video for you guys, talking about my story. I hope you guys like it. I hope it motivates you guys, and I know that I'm still gonna keep growing, still making more achievements. Yes. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hello?
Good morning, my name is Alvaro.
Yes, who is this?
My name is Chelsea. This is Full Sail University. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Really quick, this call may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. But yeah, we spoke back in January, so I was just wanting to follow up, see how everything's coming along with work. I know you said you were working full-time, traveling a lot, so.
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot. I'm still kind of busy. And yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna get into Full Sail anytime this year. My schedule, it's been super busy. But Look, if I do end up going to college, I'm definitely gonna go to Food Sale.
Okay, awesome. Do you know yet, like, a timeline on when you're looking into college again? Or, like, you know, to get the ball rolling?
Maybe next year.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll follow up with you with the new year.
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good.
We'll reach out then.
Yeah, thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
This was literally perfect timing. I cannot believe this happened. You see, this is what I'm talking about.
Full Sale.
No, seriously, this is not sponsored by Food Sale at all because I'm not going there because I love what I'm doing. Look, this kind of threw me off, but it was so perfect for this video. Thank you, Food Sale. I love you guys. But you see, this only proves that I'm telling the truth. I'm probably not going to college anytime soon. I'm not gonna stop here. I still got a long way to go. Today, I have my official show, Alvaro Explains It All, sponsored by Builderall. Still traveling around the world, making conferences, speaking at conferences, helping people in Builderall, learn about the tool, learn about marketing strategies, motivating people. I'm taking care of a bunch of projects in Builderall today. In fact, I'm the one taking care of the Builderall Mention, which is gonna be the most exclusive event Builderall has ever done. I'm also helping with the certification. I'm gonna be doing a couple of videos. I'm gonna be helping people in the certification with Instagram marketing agencies for local businesses. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now and I'm just happy with what I'm doing. I learned a lot of things, but most importantly, I learned to listen to my dad. And today I'm 19. I don't know when you're gonna be watching this video, but I remember thinking, dude, this guy doesn't know anything. And I just wish I would have listened to him sooner because he does know a lot, and I just wish I would have listened to him more because not only we would have a better relationship in the beginning, but I would have found my direction earlier and I would have been probably better than what I am today. You not only have to work hard, you have to work smart. You gotta learn the right things, or else no matter how much work you do, no matter how hard you work, you're never going to achieve your dreams if you're not working smart. I also learned this is one of the most important things, that is to take action. It doesn't matter if you know or if you don't know, or if you're not confident. It doesn't matter who you are, you need to take action because action is the first step to success. You need to believe 100% in yourself because if you don't, you're gonna get knocked out and you're not gonna be able to stand up because listen, it's hard. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. Even in my case, I literally have everything to be successful, but it was hard. It was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of dedication. And when things go wrong, you have to be able to stand up and do what you need to do to be successful because it's hard, man. And you gotta believe 100% in yourself. You gotta believe 100% in your product, in your services, whatever it is that you're selling, you have to believe in 100% because if you don't, you're not going to be successful. And that goes with you must believe in your dreams and never give up because even though you may be failing, you can learn from your failures and you can evolve from there. Take my case. Look, I worked 8 months and I failed, but then I learned something new. I learned something that got me here today, that got me traveling around the world doing what I love. So if you don't fail, how would you succeed if you don't fail? How are you gonna learn if you don't fail? So when you fail, don't give up. Keep moving forward. Surround yourself with like-minded people. If you don't surround yourself with people that do the same thing as you, that have passion about the same thing as you, you're never going to succeed. If you surround yourself with bad influence, you're not going to succeed. So find people that are in the same niche as you. Find people that have passions about the same thing as you, that people that will help you. Find positive people because you need people around you to help you grow. And always be honest. Build a good reputation because when you're honest, it doesn't matter if you fail, people will still believe in you. It doesn't matter if you lose everything, you're always gonna have a good reputation. So be honest because that is one of the most important things into building a business. And last but not least, this is one of the most important things that my dad has ever told me. He told me this a couple of years ago and I still remember it today, and that is to enjoy the ride. Enjoy what you're doing right now because you might become a millionaire, you might become rich overnight, but for you to do that, for you to become rich overnight, it may take years and years of hard work and dedication. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to give it a like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure you don't forget to comment below your story because I want to know you guys. And look, I will be reading your comments. Seriously, I will be reading your comments. Yes, I'm done.